Oh, well, it's a long story. I don't even know where to start. I mean, we could try thumb biting?
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir!
Do you bite your thumb at us? Sir.
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No!
No, sir, I did not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir!
Do you quarrel, sir? Quarrel, son? No, son!
That's a bit far back, though. Let's move it up a bit. I think that'd probably be a good idea. I'm from the Montague family, heir of Montague. This story takes place way back in Verona, when the Montagues hated the Capulets and vice versa. I mean, it was an intense time. Fighting could break out at any moment, anywhere. I mean, this was serious. People died.
You Rex! Get the sword! Get the sword! Get the sword! Well, in my opinion, the Capulets definitely had to come in. Ah! Jesus!
It was intense. We can start with the feast. A little bit before that, actually. Something you should know about, I guess, is Paris. Paris was a relative of the Prince of Verona, and he was dead set at marrying me when I was 13 years old. My father initially was reluctant, but eventually he struck a deal in that we would wait 2 years, and then I was to marry him. That's actually the reason the feast happened, was for me to meet Paris in the first place. The feast? Yeah. A Capulet messenger was actually reading off a list of people, but he couldn't read. And so we helped him out, and subsequently were invited. I don't think he knew we were Montagues. I looked down the list, and who else do I see but Rosaline? You don't know Rosaline? Rosaline. Well, I'll put it this way. Old love interest of mine, off-screen character, not important. I didn't see it myself, but apparently Tybalt spotted him and tried to kill him. I mean, those are just how the times were. My dad did stop him, as you could probably guess. But I think it's just really telling of Tybalt's character, honestly. That's when I saw her. That's when I saw him. His eyes, I don't know how to describe it other than they just drew me in. 13-year-old. Hi. I didn't know he was a Montague until after we talked. Who would have thought she was the daughter of Capulet? After the feast, I didn't know what to think. Eventually, I went out onto the balcony, and I started to speak into the night.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. Juliet! It's me. Romeo. Oh. 'Tis but thy name that is thy enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague, if is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part, belonging to a man? Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo doth by name, and forth that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
You're right. Take it easy. Jeez.
Thou knowest the mask of
Oh,
night is
wow.
on my
That-
face,
okay.
also the maiden
I've-
blush, but taint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain where I dwell in form, fain tonight. What
Is
have
that
I
a
spoke? What
laptop?
farewell compliment dost thou love me? I know thou will say A, and I will take thy word. Yes, if thou swearest, thou may prove false at lovers' perjury, as they say Jove's laugh. So, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love her, answer faithfully, or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse, and say nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behaviour light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more coying to be strange. I should have been more strange, must confess, but that thou overheardst the error I was ware. My true love's passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding light. Love which the dark night hath to discovered.
What a night. We plan to marry not soon after. And I mean, I know for your times that's hasty, but for us it was an act of bold love. And that leads to our secret wedding. We planned secretly to marry with the assistance of Friar Lawrence. He was actually, I don't know what he was. Friar Lawrence, he did something. I think it was with herbs or dead bodies. Oh my god, he's a friar. I don't know, I thought that was his first name. He's a friar, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Before the wedding night, Romeo and Tybalt got in a duel. Romeo killed Tybalt, and he was banished. Look, okay. First off, I always get harped on about this, but I just want to take a second to defend myself. Firstly, Tybalt was a real bad apple, if you know what I mean. I don't know if apples still exist in your time. Do apples exist? Okay. What was I talking about again? Apples? Oh, Tybalt. Well, he sucked, and he called me a villain. You know, I'm just trying to go about my day, and he comes in here. How am I not supposed to duel him? Not to mention, I won. So what does it even matter? Hormones. That's what it was. Yeah, my frontal lobular wasn't developed. Yeah, it was a gust of wind, actually, that pulled my sword out of my sheath. And then it was another gust of wind that stabbed him. Yeah, no, the duel was entirely Tybalt's fault. Entirely. I was simply a cog in the machine that is my life. You know, this is the constant argument. Do we have control over our own minds? Who knows, but I didn't kill Tybalt. He might as well have killed himself. And I stand by my actions of not killing Tybalt, because I didn't do it, because he killed himself, because it's his fault. I mean, it's not that I particularly liked Tybalt either. He was... I mean, the guy's dead. What am I gonna do? Eh? That's when Friar Lawrence hatched a plan. The idea was that I would take a sleep potion. It would affect me for 48 hours. It would give the appearance as if I was dead. My body would be moved outside of the city walls, and I would be able to join Romeo in banishment and in love. I don't know what you're saying. There's just a lack of communication between me and you. What do you want me to say? I got banished. She hatched a Friar Lawrence, as far as I'm aware, had this plan where we would meet up outside. Of course, because this is life, it completely failed. The plan was that I would be informed of this so that, well, firstly, I had to be informed so I'd know what's actually going on, and Friar Lawrence failed that on the most basic level, so you can imagine why I'm not too fond of the guy. I don't even know what a friar is, and I don't want to know. Friar Lawrence was supposed to inform Romeo, but apparently, in like a cartoon fashion, they walked by each other as Romeo went to find me. And so what does Romeo see besides my cold, dead, well, at least appearingly so, dead body? And he, naturally, does not like it. Have you ever seen a dead body before? And I saw her body. Cold, lifeless, inanimate. I can keep coming up with more synonyms if you'd like. Unmoving, lifeless, drained. Eventually, Paris joined me in that room. Where is she? Where's Juliet? She's right there? Oh my God. That's a dead body. She's dead. I don't know how to feel about that. Ah, hello there, strange man. You have come to stop me. Well, I must say. No. O happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rust and let me die. Oh. Cries a tear.
Hey, Dad. Don't mind me. I'm just going to be spewing some Shakespeare out of the window.